What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy, here with a simple public service announcement. You're too low on Saquon Barkley for 2022. This is an Eagles fan talking about a New York Giants, so you know this is as unbiased a take as you're going to find in that regard. Barkley finished 2021 as the RB34 in standard scoring, the RB32 in half PPR, and the RB30 in full PPR. Obviously a far cry from what fantasy managers were hoping for when they likely selected him near the end of the first round in redraft leagues. He got off to a slow start, but appeared to be rounding into form when he compiled 90 total yards and a touchdown in Week 3, and 120 total yards and 2 total touchdowns in Week 4. Unfortunately, in Week 5, Barkley injured his ankle on a fluky play that knocked him out of the game early and cost him the next 4 weeks of the season. He returned in Week 11, but had just 2 games the rest of the way where he totaled over 75 yards from scrimmage. All in all, it was another year to forget for Saquon after tearing his ACL in Week 2 of the 2020 season. Now entering his 5th season, Saquon's career feels like it's at a bit of a crossroads. He burst onto the scene as a top 2 running back for fantasy in his rookie year and followed it up with a low-end RB1 finish despite missing 3 games. Back-to-back injury-riddled seasons later, Saquon now has an ADP of 25.7 on Underdog Fantasy, so you can get him at the top of the 3rd round in 12-team drafts. And there's plenty of reason for optimism that he'll completely outperform that ADP just by staying healthy. The Giants' offense was abysmal under head coach Joe Judge, who was in over his head the second he was hired by the team. New York finished 31st in points per game, yards per game, and passing yards per game in 2021. They were a little less anemic running the ball, coming in at 23rd in the league in rush yards per game, which is probably a testament to Barkley overcoming a horrific situation. Out is Judge, in is Brian Daboll. The former Bills offensive coordinator helped to oversee one of the best, basically overnight transitions in recent memory, transforming a Bills offense that is now one of the elite units in the NFL and helping quarterback Josh Allen reach his potential and maximize his ceiling. While I'm not expecting a similar leap from Daniel Jones, simply because he was never billed as a player having the tools that Allen possessed entering the league, you can't possibly feel anything other than good about the Giants' prospects of turning it around on offense after witnessing what Daboll helped accomplish in Buffalo. Every report out of OTAs so far is that Saquon is seeing an increased usage as a receiver, which always made sense after he caught 91 balls in his rookie season alone. The Giants' depth at receiver is questionable at best, so Saquon should get all the work he can handle catching the ball out of the backfield. He saw 121 targets his rookie season. With a new, innovative offense installed, who's to say Barkley won't see a similar number this year? I'm not one for hot takes, but if I had to throw one out there, it's that Saquon is a very real threat for 100 catches, provided he's able to remain on the field. And like we always say, we never project or predict injuries when doing player projections. The Giants have smartly invested in their offensive line after years of consistently terrible play. Left tackle Andrew Thomas, their 2020 first-round pick, had a very good season last year and figures to only take another step forward in his 3rd NFL season. The team added Alabama's Evan Neal with the 7th overall pick and North Carolina's Joshua Etsudu in the 3rd round this year. Both should be instant starters and upgrades over what the team currently had. This is a revamped unit that should run block better and offer more versatility to allow Saquon opportunities in the passing game. It's been a couple of unlucky years for Barkley, who is now a 3rd-round value in his age 25 season. I'd be surprised if we saw Barkley much, if at all, in the preseason. So outside of glowing reports in training camp, his ADP might not rise that much. If you're drafting anywhere near the 2-3 turn this year in redraft leagues, I'd take him over the receivers also going in that range and over the likes of Leonard Fournette and perhaps even Alvin Kamara pending his legal situation. 2022 is the year Saquon reminds us that he's still Saquon. Get on board. That's a quick projection on the outlook of Saquon Barkley's 2022 season. What do you guys think? Put any thoughts in the comment section you have below, and we can have a conversation about this. We also host live streams on our channel all off season long, each Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out, come get any questions answered you may have, or feel free to bring up any general fantasy topics you care to discuss. Till then, this is Nick with Facemask Fantasy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.